G'day, my name is Shoal. I work for company Micrographics, and we can be found on the web at www.mgfx.co.za. Right, so the purpose of this video is to just show you how to get the areas of a particular set of hatches, and we'll use the table tool to generate and place them together and add up the areas. Right, so what I've got here is just three parts. This represents perhaps a building, and maybe these two are new. Maybe this is the newer part. All right. So in any case, I've also created two layers. One is the existing building, and perhaps one is a new area or building. Right, so I'll first just go to the existing area, so that's kind of where the existing building. I'll simply just go to hatch, and I'll use a standard hatch and just hatch this particular area, and I will just say close. Right, so this is the existing building, for instance. Right, then I'll go to the new area, and I'll hatch those as well, over here and over there. Right, I'll say close. In this case, perhaps I will just use the option of create separate hatches, which means that it will allow me to just separate these two, so that I've got one on the left hand side and one on the right hand side. It's just because I've got two items. Okay, so that's fine. Right, now I'm going to go to the tool, and I will look at the particular new or the hatches, and focus on the new areas and add them all up. Right, so as I go to the table tool, it opens up. Perhaps before I do that again, I'll just go to layer 0, and I'll go to the table tool. Okay, once done, I will go and select the data extraction, or look at the drawing for the information. Right, I'll say OK. It'll ask me to save this particular extraction. I'll say areas, for instance, and then it looks at this drawing only, which is perfect. Right, once I get here, it will show me all the objects that are found in my drawing, and in this case I don't want polylines. I only want to look at the hatches in my drawing. Right, these are all the properties of this particular selection in the previous window, and I'll say uncheck all. Critically here, I'll obviously want the areas of these particular hatch items, as well as the layer that they are placed on. As later on I will perhaps exclude the existing building, and just use then the new areas. As you can see here, you've got already some totals. I'll not combine them, so each individual item is listed. And what I will do is, looking at the areas, I'll just add a total with them, and then also the layer here I will look at excluding maybe the existing areas and only focus on the new building area that is going to be built. Right, so I'll right click on that, go to the filter, and again just go to the new one, and just focus on that particular item. Right, once this is done, I've basically completed my task, showing the area in square units of this particular area. Now if you want to make this square meters, it's a conversion between millimeters squared and meters squared, which is 6 decimal places that the object needs to move to the left. Right, okay, that you can do by right clicking and then looking at the format of this particular column. Right, in this case I'll just not do that. I'll just go next, and then insert that into the project, and I'll say OK. This is the particular table style that I can use. Right, as I place it perhaps over here, and I'll just scale it up, you'll notice that the areas are listed nicely. Right, okay, if anything changes to these existing buildings, maybe it got gets stretched, including there's a new set of criteria. If I need to update this, I'll just right click on the edge and then just say, right, let's update the table data links. As I do that, the areas update and I have new totals that I can plan against. Right, thank you for this particular viewing this particular example with regards to areas, and yes, hope you learned something. I'll see you on the next one. Goodbye.